we shut down. Now, what is the consequence of a parent not following through, by engaging a therapist for a child that has special needs, or getting it right? What's the consequence of the
I would say
parent?
the consequence is like disservicing the child. You are disservicing the child in the sense that you're not giving the child what is being needed, and that to the child is more of a disadvantage. I mean, it's going to affect that child. Okay, let's look at it this way. It's like we're having a regular child that goes to school and get all that they need, and we have a special needs child and they're not getting all that they need. A special needs child, there are different categories. We have moderate, we have mild, we have severe. There are different categories. So if you have a moderate child, if you have mild, that mild child can be in an inclusive class. That mild class, without even you knowing, they can be in an inclusive class with the help of a paraprofessional. That child will go pram. Before you know it, they go to some of them. Majority of them goes to college. Moderate, with the help of a teaching assistant, it can help that child as well. But a severe child, the consequence of you just abandoning a severe child is that child won't be able to. I'm looking for the right word to use. That child will not be of use to the society or even to themselves, because we have children. We have special needs kids that can't go to college, but we try to teach them how to live their day-to-day life, how to communicate with people, how to interact with people. And with those kind of kids, what we do to them in school is that we take them out to the public 2 or 3 times a week. That's what I'm telling you, that it takes a lot. We take them out to the public, we take them to the store, and we teach them how to communicate, how to communicate with people, how to how to buy, how to spend money, because they're going to be living on themselves. So you want them to live an independent life later. So you teach them social skills. We take them out to the store, like I told you, show them how to shop, give them a credit card, show them how to transact money and all that. So without you letting this child be part of it, that child will just be there, and like I said, it's going to be a disadvantage to that child.
Wow.
Because later in life, when you have some special needs kids, they're going to be living home after a while to live in an independent home, like assistant independent living, or what they call them. So when they live in this home, with all that they've received from school, or help from home, or help from places where they go. We have something that we call Strive, where they teach them how to live independently later. They'll be able to live by themselves. Like I told you, I don't know whether I mentioned this earlier, that some of them after secondary school, some of them go to university. Some of them cannot go to university, but they have a program for them till they're 21 years of age. So that program is called Adaptive. I can't remember again. Yeah, there are different programs, but one that I can remember is called Adapt. So this is where they go to teach them how to live an independent life, because they know that after a while they're going to leave their parents' home and be on their own. So with that one, they'll teach them how to cook. How to take care of themselves. This is very, very important. They teach them all the steps. And it takes 2 years. It's a 2-year program for them, those that cannot go to college. So they go to that place and learn. So I can imagine a child that didn't go through all this. So how is that child going to end up being? So that consequences will be of negative effect to that child.
Wow. So, but are they also able to get jobs in future? Proper jobs.
I'm sorry I didn't mention that. Some of them are able to get jobs, but like I told you, we have different kind of special needs kids. So kids with mild intellectual, mild disability, they can get job in a solid setting. In a proper setting. But those with moderate and severe, we have the severe ones they can't work. But those with moderate can work in departmental stores. That's what. Remember, I told you about that program, the 2-year program where they adapt one. They take them out as well to go and help in restaurants, in stores. where they can be of help. In restaurant, maybe to help in, like, washing dishes, attending to customers that comes in, cooking, staying in the kitchen with them to cook. And when they go to the departmental store, to help them fill the shelf, stay with the cashier, things like that. So they
Okay.
because they teach them all these things to make them independent and be on their own later.
Wow. How about children with Down syndrome? Down syndrome.
We have a lot of them in the store. You won't believe, those ones are if you go all over the store, there's a store here in Atlanta called Publix. We have a lot of Down syndrome kids over there. I mean, yeah. So they go there like 3 to 4 times a week, and all this is for them to be able to live independently.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And they do normal jobs.
They do normal jobs. They work 8 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, like I told you, it's going to take a while. It might take a while because while they're in school, even though they're in special needs class, even though the teachers knew that these ones will not be able to go to college, but there are basic things that they teach them how to live their day-to-day life. They teach them how to count money. They teach them how to use credit card, how to use check. So they've taught all these kids while they're in school. While you are in your regular class doing your own maths, English, and sciences, they are in their own special ed class, going through all this, teaching them how to live their life, teaching them how to be independent, teaching them how to be independent, teaching them how to take care of themselves.
Wow, and become great leaders.
Different things, teaching them how to cook, how to do their laundry. They have to do your laundry once a week. All these things are being taught in the school because they have a special place for them. They do this in the school, and they do this Monday through Friday. Maybe on Friday, we know that we are doing cooking. They do cooking in school, in high school, I say. Yeah, on Friday, we know that, okay, we have 20 minutes, we're going to cook. On Friday, we know that we're going to do our laundry. So they do laundry like once a week. So they teach them all those things, like I said, for them to be able to live independently later.
Wow, wow, amazing. Kemi, you have
and
really
they don't see them as
tonight.
Special kids. They don't see them as special. They see them as they look at them as regular kids.
Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing, amazing. So even as we begin to close tonight, do you have, what would you like to say, even to those who are going to be listening to the replay? Words of encouragement in just 2 minutes. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I'll just round up by saying that I look at the special education kids as special kids. I look at them as a unique one. And as parents that have them, I just don't want them to abandon this kid. They should get them involved, make them be part of the family. Even though some of them are not communicating, even though some of them are not doing the thing that you think they are doing. But I'm telling you, these kids are unique in their own way. And it will just be, you just look at yourself one day, it's like, I can't believe this girl can do this. But by the time you abandon them and don't involve them, there's no way they could get used to it. So you really have to put them in, train them, let them be part of you. Don't just abandon and ignore them, because they are unique and they're special in their own way.
Okay, you spoken well, but how about parents that cannot afford, all the therapy, all the, the resources? How can they get help?
They can get help. If you look at it right now, Google has made life easy. So even if you cannot afford to get a therapy, there are some things that you can do. Go online, do your own special. I knew a lady that she's now a teacher, and she told me that the reason why she became a special ed teacher was because of her son, who was who had disability, and she had no choice but to become a teacher. So she went in and read about everything pertaining to that child. And she has so much helped that child that when you see that child, you could hardly know that this child has disability. So we can go online, read, research, and do all that.